I found a ghost lying beside me.
Who are you? Shouldn't you check the baby?
I rushed into my son's room, saw him with his eyes open, immediately picked him up, and rushed to the hospital. My husband told me the child was fine, but I insisted it was all the ghost doing. The next morning when Aiden woke up, I asked him if he remembered what happened before bedtime. He said a lady came to see him every year and sang him a birthday song. I told the professor I want this ghost to stay away from my son.
Okay, but we don't even know who she is.
I remembered that when Aiden got better last night, the clock had stopped ticking. This same thing happened 5 years ago. I was lying on the operating table when I saw the clock stop. That bloody patient should have died in the hospital the night my son was born. The professor and I checked the hospital records and confirmed the ghost's identity. 20-year-old Amber, who died from massive bleeding when her aorta ruptured during childbirth. Suddenly I heard a noise outside the door. I followed the sound to the hospital morgue and found a freezer had opened automatically. My son was lying inside.
Don't you dare threaten my son.
I don't have to. It's already done.
Amber's body suddenly disappeared. I rushed home and saw my son lying in bed, but was shocked to see writing appearing on his arm. I turned around and saw Amber appear. She threatened that Aiden belonged to her. The next day I explained to my husband, the ghost might think her son's soul had entered Aiden's body. Then the professor called saying he found information about Amber's son didn't actually die but was saved. When I asked about the child's whereabouts, the professor said the child was secretly adopted and couldn't be traced. In the morgue I asked Amber why she believed Aiden was her son. She said when her spirit left her body, she heard a nurse say the child was dead, so she waited for the child to pass on with her. But the child never appeared. When she heard crying from the delivery room next door, she decided the child had been reborn in another form.
But you didn't see his spirit go into my son's body, did you?
I didn't have to. That child, the one you call Aiden, he's mine.
I told her that her son was still alive and had been taken away by adoptive parents, specifically the family she had chosen. Amber suddenly got excited and said she never agreed to this. In her vision, the adoptive father's image appeared. She had written a message on her hand to the nurse, wanting to keep her child.
It's too late.
Amber, he belongs to them now.
He belongs with me!
To find the adoptive family, I went to the company where Amber used to work and discovered that one employee's son was in the same class as Aiden. When I met with Dale, his wife excused herself temporarily. Dale admitted that 5 years ago, during a marriage crisis, he spent all his time at the office. At a company party, he and Amber had a drunken encounter that resulted in her pregnancy. Amber was only 20 at the time and thought her life was just beginning, so she asked Dale to secretly adopt the child. But when it was time to give birth, she changed her mind and wanted to raise the child alone. She was also worried that Dale's wife would mistreat the child if she knew the truth. Then Dale's wife returned and opened her heart. Dale had confessed everything after making his mistake. Although she was heartbroken at the time, the moment she held the child, she understood that this life needed her love. After hearing these words, Amber finally let go of her obsession. She had been reluctant to leave because she was worried about her son's well-being. Now seeing that the child was growing up happily, she walked toward the light without any regrets.